Today we're diving into Open Sesame, How to Make Money Without Money. The title itself presents a compelling paradox. How can you possibly make money without having any to begin with? It challenges the very foundation of how many of us view financial growth.
That's the core premise. Ramakan argues that people across all income levels face money worries and can get stuck with no money left. He states that financial independence hinges on your ability to make money without money, and intriguingly, that if you can't do that, you can't really make money with money either.
It sounds like he's saying money isn't the starting point. He also says, quote, "You are the door to opportunity." This shifts the focus inward, but for someone in a difficult financial situation, that might feel like a heavy burden. How does he propose we unneed your wants and actually make this shift?
He explains that the book aims to provide a mindset, skill set, and tool set to springboard your best life. It's about changing habits at what he calls the hinge of habit. He frames it as an open sesame moment that helps you light up with wisdom and start seeing opportunities you previously overlooked. It's about making the best of what you've got. He also emphasizes that the book will help you unneed your wants by focusing on necessity over desire.
That's an interesting reframing. The author's own journey to understanding these principles is quite unique, stemming from what he calls the School of 80 Flights. Can you tell us about that experience and how it shaped his insights?
Certainly. At 14, Ramakan was sent to a school far away to settle a debt owed to his family's bookstore, flying back and forth each week for 80 flights over 8 months. These plane rides became his higher-than-high-school financial education. He found himself conversing with CEOs, celebrities, business moguls, and unassuming millionaires, gleaning money lessons from these interactions. His mind was open to learning about money, wealth, and life fulfillment.
So his financial wisdom didn't come from formal classrooms, but from real-world conversations with people who had already achieved significant success. He compiled these insights into an MWM Journal. What were the foundational principles he identified from this signature start?
He distilled his notes into 4 key areas, emphasizing that the greatest resource is resourcefulness. First, quote, start with high-value skills, which means building unique abilities that create value. Second, quote, start with sharper discipline, developing contentment and consistency to maintain focus. Third, quote, start with stronger confidence, taking ownership of opportunities. And fourth, quote, start with intentional influence, leveraging relationships and networking. He says these strategies still hold true decades later.
Those are actionable principles. The book's genesis also came from a recurring question from his students. How can I start making money from this when I have no money to get it off the ground? His consistent answer was that powerful phrase, if you can't make money without money, you can't really make money with money. That sounds like a riddle. How does he unpack it?
He breaks it down into an acronym, OPEN, which stands for Opportunity, Plan, Enthusiasm, and Network. This is the practical structure for making money without money. To quote him, to make money without money, you must open the pathways of opportunity and lay out the plan in waves fueled with infectious enthusiasm and through a network of strategic negotiations. He sees life itself as the greatest project to apply these principles to.
That's a clear framework. Now, the title, Open Sesame, carries a particular connotation from the Arabian Nights, implying a magical password. But Ramakan redefines this. What's the true meaning he draws from Open Sesame?
He clarifies that it's not about a magical password or get rich quick. Instead, it comes from an agricultural event, the sesame pod bursting open with force, scattering seeds that then grow and flourish in challenging desert conditions. The metaphor is about crafting your own journey towards financial independence with no excuses, much like those resilient sesame seeds.
That's a profound reinterpretation, connecting to the idea of resourcefulness, and he uses another vivid analogy with bees making honey. Can you elaborate on how bees making honey without honey relates to making money without money?
He asks us to consider how bees operate. They don't start with honey to make honey. They gather pollen and nectar, using their grit, instinct, and teamwork to produce something sweet. Similarly, we don't need money to create wealth. We possess energy, ideas, time, passion, and a willingness to learn. These are our ingredients, our pollen and nectar, that allow us to buzz around and create our own financial honey. He stresses that money itself didn't start with money. There are other things that help you make it.
It's about identifying and leveraging those non-monetary assets. The book is structured into 3 main parts: do more, create more, and earn more. Can you give us a brief overview of what listeners can expect in each section?
In Do More, he challenges us to see the unique advantage of being without money explaining how empty situations are often full of valuable, accessible resources. This part also introduces the open treasure map. Create More introduces the concept of wafflement, a signature blend of wealth and fulfillment, and explores how money acts like water, suggesting that understanding water's flow helps us understand money's flow. Finally, Earn More encourages us to see that the intrinsic value we need already exists within us through mastering skills, systems, symbols, and our signature. It ties everything together with practical steps to identify opportunities and take action.
It's clear that DramaCon's Open Sesame, How to Make Money Without Money, offers a comprehensive, mindset-altering approach to financial independence, moving beyond conventional ideas of wealth creation to embrace resourcefulness and intrinsic value. If this discussion has opened your mind to new possibilities, share this episode with someone who might also benefit from its insights.